Hi guys, welcome back to the day 17 of live streaming Euro USD, and I hope you guys are doing well. Okay, wait. Okay, so let's analyze Euro USD. I planned the entry somewhere over here, but I feel that today we might not get the entry because it's not activated yet, and I didn't want it to enter, much late, and don't want to get like the late entry. Okay, so I planned the entry somewhere over here, and I feel that it's almost hitting a TP. So if it's near our TP before giving us the entry, so I don't think so. We might be entering in this rate then. Okay, so I was thinking was to make a scalp of 10 pips, but I was like, no, let's stick to the rules. If it's gonna come to the entry, then only I'm gonna take. But let's wait if we get the entry. But I feel today's price action to be a bit bearish. Okay, so let's see if we can get entry if we place. Okay, so it's 5 minutes left to close this candle right over here. Let's see. But it's almost hitting our TP without giving us the entry. Let's see, 5 minutes. There was a small equal loose right over here, and if I see this whole range on a 1 hour time frame, let me put my right here. It's 38%. Okay, we see if it retraces even, so around 61% level would be the TP. So if it hits before giving us the entry, then it might be a day for us. Hi, crypto world. Okay, so let's see if we can 1 hour time frame. Again, that's the thing. if it enters without giving us a TP, so that. But the whole trend is bearish. If you see the daily candle has been flipped already. On the 4 hour time frame as well, we can see that we are getting rejection from this area. Um, and almost we are about to fill this fair value gap, which was on the 1 hour time frame. One thing is this: if we have a small liquidity right over here, buy side liquidity. So if it taps over here, you can see something like this then coming. Anyways, it's hitting our TP without giving us the entry. So then we need to call a day today because we can't take the entry. We can't rush the entries. At least it should have been retraced till here before giving us the move. So if our the second entry would be like would have been from here, but again then we would have been 5 pips or 6 pips away from our original entry. Great, no problem. We get the trade and sometimes we don't. This week was good. Yeah, this week was actually a good week. Exactly, we get trade sometimes and we don't. I mean, this week and the previous week, this would be the first day that I think, we will not get any setup because we missed the entry just because of that. I preferably take my entries on the first fair value gap rather than on second because again then I feel then it counts as a rush entry for me. Okay, so we are hitting our unofficial TP right now. 20 pips. आपका टीपी आ गया. या एग्जैक्टली बट हमें वो एंट्री नहीं मिली है अभी. We missed our entry. Our entry was about here, but it didn't tapped. But we can say कि it's an unofficial TP अभी. What's your next plan? 4 फिप्स हो रहे हैं जगह कोई बेटर का वेट कर रहा हो बाई के लिए. For me, this is it. I actually had the entry right over here, but it didn't tapped. So might be a day for me today, like for the London session. Because I feel the first fib that I take, the first fair value gap that I take, is the only one I consider it very valid for the taking the trade and high probability. Rest, I would say that I could have taken the entry right over here, but I don't feel very confident while taking the entries right over here. So because ultimately, when the London pre-London starts, uh, we get the movement of 20 pips maximum. So if I have taken the entry right over here, the mera 20 pips would have been somewhere down there. So I can't afford that because of 1 or 2 pips. I will lose my whole, TP. So it's better to take the proper entries so I can catch the whole move of 20 pips. Because then it would be invalid if I take somewhere over here and it uh, touches my TB and then goes back to my entry and then activates it. Then there's no point because the move that I wanted to capture, it's already been made. So The daily candle has already been flipped, so I feel that it will be for me bearish trend for today. Let's see if it can today break this low right over here. Do you have any other channel on YouTube? I do, but it's an old channel and I don't use it anymore. My main channel is this one. So there's the liquidity on the left hand side that has been taken out, the whole. But again, I feel the buys, if you go for the buys, I feel the buys would be good from somewhere over these areas because it's the major liquidity pool right over here. Also, if you guys have any trade ideas or any want to discuss anything related to trading or your analysis, you can just write in the trade analysis section in the Discord. So it would be engaging for everybody. So it's again tapping into the bullish fair value gap, which we can see a little bit of rejection. If it fills whole this and closes down, so again we can see the further move downside. Do you trade with the future firms or CFD? I trade with the prop firms. So again, we hit it at unofficial TP right now. I don't know, people are crazy about why they are so offended by taking 1:1 trade. I am like very astonished by the people's mindset. Again, why not? Why I can take 1:1 trade? What's wrong with that? If you have high probability win rate, why I can't take that? Yes, prop with CFD or future fee CFD. So the daily has been flipped, almost it's been flipped. So when the candle flips, it's very high probability that the market will go in that favor. Again, I took this trade on the basis, I mean, I analyzed this trade on the basis. So, if you see the 1 hour candle, before that we were into the bullish side, but it broke down the low of this candle that was of 10:30 candle. So again, if the candle that is formed on 10:30, the highs and lows of that, so I usually take the continuation of that trend and um, I enter on the 5 minutes fair value gap. So it's quite simple, and I catch 20 pips up, and my SL and TB remains the same, 20 pips up and down. It's quite simple. Um, my whole strategy, I feel it's more of objectified rather than subjectivity. So it makes very easy uh, to take the entries. Let's see if I would have taken this rush entry right over here, which tapped over here. We need 5 pips more for that. The yesterday trade that I took somewhere 11:30. Hello, good morning. Hi, good morning. Let's see yesterday's trade. I think it was my mistake. I broke one of my rules and I paid for it. If it hits the DP like the 5 pips more, then I will consider from the next time taking. Um, then I will not be more focused on the first FVG that is formed after 11:30, because then we would have tapped over here and 20 pips more. How are you journaling your trades and how are you approaching next week? Great plan. I'm journaling my trades. I document my trades on the Excel sheet. I collect the data, and it's the breakdown of the trades every day. It's uploaded on my Instagram as well. So it's kind of my live journaling of the trades. And my challenge phase, I update every day almost on my Discord channel itself. I usually trade more of scalping. So I don't usually look for the weekly plans. Again, that's what I said. Like, my strategy is more of objectified rather than subjectivity. If you say subjective in the sense like, for somebody, the next week could be, bullish or bearish or whatever. Some can say, okay, so market can retrace the next week. But I feel for me, it's more of I know my strategy. It's like I need to look for few things and I take the trade upon that. That is very objective. Like for the like support and resistance, if you say, it could be different from for somebody. For example, you can say this is the support for me or this is the resistance for me. For me, it could be different. But if you talk about fair value gaps and concepts like that, it's more objectified. Like I can see this fair value gap, you can also see this fair value gap. So it's the thing that is there, you can't deny it. So I feel that is more of an algorithm that you set for yourself, a playbook kind of. And which indicator you are using for fair value gap mark? I'm using the fair value gap for the Lux algo. You can search on the indicator tab. Oh, thank you for the nice explanation. My pleasure. Also, you can join my Discord channel if you haven't joined us yet. I'll share the link right over here. Any prop firm challenges you're currently trading or focusing on live account only? So right now I'm focusing on the prop firm challenge of 25K. I have updated everything on my Discord channel, so you can look at. Okay, I will join your IG too. Thank you so much. And also, if you have any trade ideas, you can just discuss in the trade ideas section. It would be engaging for everybody. Okay, so if I would have taken the trade right over here, so it means that we could have hit it at TP. That's perfect. Just because I didn't wanted to rush my entries and take the precise amount of pips, so that's why I waited right over here. But again, it didn't tap. If we would have taken on this fair value gap, we would have hit it at TP like 20 pips. So my TP is always fixed. It's 20 pips from the entry place, and the stop loss is also fixed, that is 20. So I don't have to think where I need to place my stop loss. I give space. Like people say, why are you giving like so much space for the SL? I mean, for me it's a testing phase, but it's working very well for me. And the average amount of movement that Euro USD gives in the pre-London session is 20 pips. So again, if it's safer for me, already joined a Discord. Thank you so much. I appreciate. See this daily candle. I mean, it flipped already. So if I feel when the 4 hour and the daily candle flips, it's very highly considered that it will favor in that direction. So it already flipped, and as you can see, the 4 hour candle also it's just bearish. So again, I think the yesterday's what we were discussing was this zone right over here, the liquidity zone. This one, it would be good area for the buys if anybody wants to go for it. So you don't trade live account at all and only focusing on funded. Yes, exactly. For now, I'm only focusing on funded accounts, but soon I'll be starting my live account also. Okay, nice. That's great. I think I need to put a banner right over here so I can know how many wins and losses do we have in the whole month. so it could be more transparent. But I do upload my breakdowns, recaps on my Instagram. So we already got the move that we wanted to capture without entering the trade, but that's all right. Uh, if you could give just one advice to your younger self as a trader, what it would be? Like in journal you're saying, or as a trader you're saying? Like related to trading or in journal? As a trader related to trading. Okay. So I would have said that just stay consistent with one strategy that you're doing and believe in yourself. Don't look to what others are doing. Don't compare your success, or you don't compare your journey with anyone, because that's the major reason people get into the FOMO, and then they create a pressure, a certain kind of why they're not winning. And majorly have patience, consistent, and believe in yourself, and stick to your own plan. That was a good question. I feel introspected right now. Having the faith that you can make it in trading, I feel that's the biggest thing that you can get ahead of. And majorly believing in your plan and in your setup, especially like if I'm taking this, somebody can come and you can check somebody's bias. Okay, so he's selling or she's doing like that, and still it won't change my mind to change make a plans in my trading strategy, and sticking to my plan. That's the best thing a trader can do. Having a proper playbook with proper rules, everything, and stick to it and just be consistent. It was an excellent trade that we missed today. But anyways, this month was quite a good week, and some days we get trade, some days we don't. Yeah, that was a good answer. Mostly us traders, when we begin, we start to compare ourselves on social media, and it's all not true. And that affects our trading journey to be longer. Exactly. Like people get into this trap of comparing ourselves to other people, and then we get into all kinds of emotions, FOMO. Then, the loophole that begins is very dangerous to get out of it. If you want to sort the trading, just don't look what others are doing. Don't just That's the biggest trap. Sorting your life, most probably, like if we sort our life, our lifestyle, what we are doing, how are we handling our emotions, it's the one of the biggest thing that impacts our trading. So setting our psychology right, that's all. And people, even they don't even journal their life. It's very important to journal your life day to day, what emotions you're facing and how it's affecting your trading. I feel that sorts a lot of part of, like, why you are breaking your rules in it. If I'm feeling sad, I will have less power to make the decision on my charts. Having this super strong mindset can only survive here, I feel. Because the probability of winning here is very less, like it's very, very less. So again, if you're choosing this career with knowing the disadvantage of it, and knowing that you will make it like very longer in this career, so you need that kind of risk taking capacity and that kind of mindset. Yeah, that's true. If your outside life is not organized, it's gonna show itself on your on your trading results. Exactly. Like it's like a mirror for yourself. It's whole reflection of you, what you're doing in your life. It will reflect on your trading. So if you are like doing good in the trading part, I feel your life would be half sorted. It's a lot of pain that you need to take on yourself to be that level of trader, because then you rebuild yourself from the scratch, everything, your psychology, your mindset, your lifestyle, your physique, even your friend circle. It's like a fresh start for yourself in this game. And even the hard part is like there's no mentor for yourself. Like you are accountable for yourself. Nobody will say you're doing this wrong or you need to change this for yourself. No, you need to self introspect yourself alone on this journey. So the thing that most of the readers avoid is journaling. So if you don't journal, I don't think so that you will go any longer way in this. Yeah, sure. Discipline on one to day life. You can be disciplined in trading too, and it's all on you to decide. Exactly. That's the hard truth. The things that we avoid, the magic lies in that. So now, after giving 20 pips, it's rejecting from this area. That was a fair value gap that was formed on 1 hour time frame, and we might see a retracement right from here. But now we are no longer in the trade because we didn't got the retracement when we wanted. But again, it was a good move. The rule that I follow is that if I don't get the entry after that, it gives us the move that I wanted to capture. Then it's most probably like it's a D for me, because then I'm not expecting a move after that. I wanted to make a stream a bit longer today, but it's already been 12:40 and I stream till like around 12:30. But I'll try from tomorrow to be on time on 11:30, and till 11:30 to 12:30 I do stream, and I hope that you guys join tomorrow, and we'll discuss the trade ideas maybe in the Discord channel. And it was lovely discussing everything with you guys today. I think we are going to retrace then continues with sales. Yeah, exactly. Because there's a lot of liquidity downside that is still needs to be grabbed. So it might be that it's a small retracement and then we'll come back down. But again, I only trade in this session. If I get the entry in this session, then I don't look for the entries. So that's all. Okay, we will be here tomorrow. Worry out. Thank you so much, Vincenzo. Okay, guys, see you soon. Let's see you tomorrow, the same time. And I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Let's read, let's grow together. Thank you, guys.